Hello, I'm Kikostego, and this video series has a content warning. If you're somewhat sensitive, please go watch some other stuff on the channel. And if you're good, let's get into it. Well, we didn't get any different ones there. Maybe it's time to pull out a guide and see exactly what we can fiddle with. Can I pull this guide into a separate tab? I guess what I can do is write down every achievement that I don't have and just collect them. Okay, I just wrote everything down, and there's a lot of things, including finishing the gallery, so I guess we'll go pick off the achievements until finishing the gallery comes up, which I'm assuming will actually finish the gallery, but we'll see. And I guess we'll pick from the top to the bottom. So we need to get Prison of the Mind. So we need to get to the prisoner. So, new game.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that...
To do the cabin.
You make your way...
Proceed.
The interior...
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Enter the basement.
The door to the...
Continue.
You're still listening to reason.
Wait, no way. Why would you even think that?
That giant knife you're holding kind of
We'll drop the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you will be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just
yeah.
make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor.
It says just to go straight to, okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know...
Okay, I'm getting you out of here, examine the chains.
You have to be kidding me. Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away
I'm gonna check upstairs, blah blah blah. Return to the bottom of the stairs. Save the princess. Approach the locked door.
You won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. As the princess...
Warn
Stop
her.
that.
Then we resist.
The blade...
Okay, so we need Prison of the Mind. So I'm gonna pop a save. Do right there, yeah. Pop a save. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning.
Is there a way we can, like, auto... after choices? And the transitions, I guess.
She will lie. She will cheat.
Proceed to the cabin. They want us to take the blade.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Enter the
door
basement.
To the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves, the chains binding both her wrists.
Okay, They want us to sit with her. Sit where you're told to sit. That other chain on the wall, who's at 4. Inspect the shackle. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
Yes, I want the
And
achievement.
what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate. But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am.
Inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we got prison in
So
mind.
it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now? Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve. That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information. Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch. No,
Well, that.
that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
So we're both
Yep.
stuck here. What should we
Wait,
do?
I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Did you know this was going to happen to me?
No.
Not one for small talk,
Nope.
are you?
That's rude.
Wait in
You and the
silence.
princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring. There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it. How exactly does that work? It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
Hey, have you noticed the basement
I
changing?
don't like small talk. Remember?
I don't think that's small talk.
Still rude.
Still very rude, yes. Continue to wait in
Continue to wait in
silence.
silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode. I guess she hasn't. Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And then, I think he's gone.
Would you look
I mean,
at
that makes sense. That's how
We
she
made
gets
it out
out.
of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Interesting. But you don't get a chance to respond. Something has taken her away and left something else in her stead.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the
I'm
mirror.
begging you, don't.
Ignore him. Gaze into your reflection. Proceed to the cabin. Approach her. What happens now? Okay, make me forget. Okay, we got the patient heart too, so cross that off. Next would be a monolith of fear, so let's find that. Okay, I found it. We'll get to the nightmare, and then we'll show you the route.
You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't. You'd better hope.
Slip these chains. She has to. You rush up to the first. Okay. If we're
She's lost an arm. I'm locking down here and letting her bleed out.
She doesn't have a weapon, and she's missing an arm. You can finish this right here, right now.
Lock her away. Tell you what, I'll even stay here for a while to make sure
You
she's
close
dead.
the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barric. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence.
Okay, we're at the nightmare. So we need a monolith of fear. So we'll proceed to the cabin. Proceed to the cabin. Enter the basement.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes.
I do not.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
Okay, so we'll go continue down the stairs in
You
silence.
make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm
Place
not.
is pretty weird.
Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary base. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Okay, it says to go back the way we came.
You turn back to the stairs, only to find that they aren't there.
I
A
figured.
faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt.
Okay.
Heart,
Oh, he's doing that again.
heart, lungs.
What are we supposed to do? We haven't seen a weapon. We
That
gotta
isn't my
be seen.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is because fighting her isn't an option, right? Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? Liver,
Well, it tells me to run.
lungs.
So I guess we'll
Turn
run.
and run, doing your best to put one useless leg in front of the other.
You poor, poor thing. Wrong choice.
You get nowhere before the princess is in front of you once again.
I...
You're always going to be a coward.
Yeah,
She
apparently.
raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger. Rage. Distance. Poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me
This is a
out.
very bitter ending.
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't keep going. You can't keep going? What are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
I think I broke you. I'll
Huh.
see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Chapter 3. Oh, nope. Oh, we broke it. The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the... Shit! What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing? There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember. You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you? I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out. No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything. No,
Except for me.
we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think. We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere. There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us? To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love.
Oh, God, dude.
Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
What do they want us to do? I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay
I
her.
don't care how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it. You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget that, or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either. He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
He's worse than her.
Well, they want us to proceed to the cabin, so we'll proceed to the cabin.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it. He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
And what's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
That's also a possibility. Okay, we approach the mirror.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Proceed.
Proceed? Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific.
No, I don't have to be more specific.
That's a new one. Do you think it'll work?
The better. It's the
Of
only
course
option I
it'll
had.
work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her. The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure therein. Wrong and unsettling as it may be. The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward.
Okay, well, take the blade then.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep. Deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
There you are. My toy has finally come to finish his job.
With every word she speaks,
Jeez.
the princess in the pit blinks closer.
You dragged this out for so much longer than you had to.
And closer.
But it was always just a matter of time.
And closer.
You are going to have to stop running eventually.
And closer.
This is legitly, like, creepy.
Except for me.
Sorry.
I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my will and let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A witness. Oh, I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pause. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
I'm not allowed. Just take her hand and set her free.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
Aw. The princess exhausted
Why
slumps.
is it so cold?
Because you're not supposed to be here. You do not get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away, just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally, we can smash it. Oh, will you stop with the smashing? What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves. Yeah. I think I'd like that. Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Approach the mirror. You step towards the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden. Its mysteries remain
Someone tells me
unsolved.
that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep. I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
Gaze into your reflection. Okay. Proceed to the cabin. Approach her.
Lights in empty cities.
Where is it? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? This one is awaiting Ma, an inevitable destination where all roads end. She will make for a wise heart.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Okay. I'm ready to go
I
back.
await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and I die. Okay, we got a wise heart, so I'll cross that off.
In the woods.
Okay, I guess we need to find a through conflict now. Okay, I guess that's an ending one, so we'll skip that for now and go past the point of no return. Okay, silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the shore.
Proceed into the cabin. Take the blade, enter the basement. Continue down the stairs. Still your nerves and step forward. Slay the princess. Of course it is, she's dead. Leave. Okay. Of course we are, I like it here.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Past the point of no return. There's no going back now. Okay, cool. So we got that one. Maybe I'm not happy, and I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little.
Anything to get out of this hell. We're in the Spectre. So, the Spectre. Do I need anything for that? We need the Exorcist, which we can get with the Spectre. So, we'll work on that one. So, proceed to the cabin. Proceed to the cabin. Enter the bushment. Wait and see how things play out.
You don't have that annoying knife anymore. So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe? Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
I'm sorry, is there any way I can make it up to you?
Of course there is. You can give me...
Okay, this is what we did to have her... Let's do it. She possesses us again. Leave the bushment. Take the blade. You reach forward and mindlessly take the blade from the table. What do you plan to do with it? Slay the princess.
Isn't that an interesting idea? I hadn't even considered it as an option. Slaying her would slay you. Are you sure you're willing to do that? Of course we're sure. The decision has already been made. All right then. Better this than ferrying her out of here.
After all that, you're really just going to stab me again?
Yeah,
Apparently.
She's scared.
Doing it for the achievement.
Wasting more time. Do it. You lift the blade, then plunge it deep into your guts. Pain spreads quickly through your torso as you attempt to turn its edge up towards your heart. The princess, her spirit bound to your prison of flesh as she had once been bound to the basement's prison of stone, cries out in agony as you slice through organ and muscle.
I don't want to die in you. I thought you finally understood me, but instead you just wanted to hurt me again.
Your skin roils and bucks as she violently pushes against it from the inside. Bits of her seep through, white and glowing with ethereal light, but still the walls of your prison hold.
If only I could drag you with me and make you understand. But that's not the way things get to go for me, is it?
It would certainly
Apparently not.
be interesting. Though being dead does sound dull. And you are about to be dead. Again.
Get away from me, you cold little freak.
You feel a dull tear like stripes of meat being delicately peeled from bone. But it doesn't matter how delicate the hands if you are the meat. You have to be stripped away from yourself, or stripped away from something that used to be you, or stripped away from something that used to be important. At the very least, you have been stripped away from something. It always hurts to forget at first, but then you forget the pain.
You're so close to leaving, and now look at you. Look at me. Is this what you wanted?
Oh, geez. The words came from both inside and outside of your head. Before you, on the ground, a writhing mass of flesh and scales and feathers. What am I doing now? Did you mean to take me with you?
Oh, you're here. I thought I was going to be alone again. I didn't mean to bring you with me. I'm happy I only seem to have brought you. That's not nice of me to say. They weren't all bad, but they were definitely mostly bad. Maybe this means things between us can get better. Maybe everything that went wrong just came from them. I hope. Because I really wouldn't like to be stabbed a third time.
Gurgling liquid bubbles up from the open pockets in the disintegrating mass in front of you. It is trying to speak, but it no longer has the tissue that speak requires.
If we need to leave together to get out, this could still count. We have to try before your body stops being alive.
You jeez. Sorry, I stabbed us?
Okay, I'm sure you had your reasons, but I think we have to leave now. Come on, let's...
You are seated in a room that is empty. A chain digs into your wrist, binding one arm into the wall. It is quiet and you are alone. This is what you deserve. This is what you deserve. This is what you deserve. This deserve.
Are you still there? Am I alone again?
I'm still here.
Then at least I won't be lonely. It's nice to hear your voice. I mean, think your voice?
You're not mad at me, are you?
I don't know why you did what you did. But it's hard to be mad when you're just as stuck as I am.
You're different. Your whole mood is
I'm
different.
just trying to make the best of things. You could always make the best of things too, if you want. We both have a chance to start over. Besides, there's something about you being in here with me that feels... right. I never wanted to be your enemy.
I killed you, though, and I tried killing you again.
I don't know what to say. I just feel fine right now. I think things happen for a reason. And if you trying to kill both of us is what it takes for you to finally see what I see, then I'm okay with that.
How are we supposed to get out of here?
I wish I knew, but I think we're probably stuck here until something happens.
If we're both here, then what happened to the others?
I don't know. I hope they're okay. Some of them, at least. I didn't like the one that kept bossing you around. And that quiet one kinda gave me the creeps. I liked that last one, though. He was nice. I hope he's okay.
Are we still a ghost? Your gaze turns to your hands, solid, then translucent, then solid
Maybe.
again.
It's like, sometimes we are and sometimes we aren't. Like, we're something in between ghost and not ghost.
Interesting. What are we supposed to do? Just wait for something to happen?
Well, that's what I've always done.
There has to be something for us to do other than
I
wait.
already told you I don't have any ideas. I did tell you that, right? Sorry if I didn't.
Why is it saying the same thing? There has to be something else to do other than wait.
You're kind of a broken record right now. Are you okay? Maybe if I stop answering you, you'll say something else.
That one achievement?
We're
You don't have to keep picking the same option. Oh, what happened to us? What happened to everything?
back at the beginning. My beginning. This is what happened to me last time.
This isn't what it was the last time I died. The last time I died, I got a title
I've never
card.
gotten a title card. What did yours say?
No, this is stupid. You're gonna laugh
No,
at me.
I won't. I promise. I want to know what it's like to be you.
The first one I got said Chapter 1, the hero and the princess, and then after we both died, I got Chapter 2, the specter.
Well, the first one is sweet.
I'm still a hero. I've been trying to save the world, you know? A villain to one person might be a hero to
Well,
others.
Maybe you're just misguided. And the story's not over yet. We might still find a happy ending. But I think it's time we start a new chapter. How about Chapter 3, The Princess and the Dragon?
Is this actually the princess and the dragon? Is this how we get there? Okay, I guess we'll just take a route. I'll save. We'll take a route, and then we'll go from there. The princess and the dragon? I thought it was maybe some sort of bird.
Well, they're similar, right?
I guess. The click of a latch and creaking hinges muffled. Something is here.
I guess you made it back here.
Your gaze turns back to your hands. They flicker once again.
We're still all wrong. It's like you don't really know what we're supposed to be.
A thump in the floorboards above and then another. The scraping of metal against the surface of flickering your body stops. You are a solid.
I know that sound. That's the knife. I guess it's hard to do anything without it.
Creaking hinges once again, but this time clear, closer. So what do I look like?
Scary. It's hard to describe. It's hard to look at you.
Movement on the
Thump.
stairs.
Thump. Thump.
Oh, geez. And then a figure emerges, shrouded in feathered darkness, the world trailing behind it, its shining blade gleaming against the wooden walls. It stares at you with wild, hollow eyes. What the hell am I?
You're you? You've always looked like this. You're scary sometimes, but looks only matter so much.
What do you want to do?
I guess we'll just have to talk to them. So, here we are again. I'm back in chains and you have your knife. So, what are we going to do?
The head on the figure cocks to the side. It's inquisitive, suspicious, hostile. Its emotions are
I
unreadable.
guess we could just stare at each other?
The silence holds. Why am I being so quiet? Is it because I'm not there?
No, I don't think so. You've always been a little quiet. I can't hear what's going on in there anymore now that I'm back in my own body. Do you want to share your thoughts? It'd only be polite, really.
Oh, you would like to hear what we're thinking, wouldn't you?
That's creepy. He raises the blade above his head, dangling it by the handle in front of his eyes.
I think we hold the power right now.
Oh. Silence as the figure continues to stare with a wild grin but does not act.
How dull. We've already had our discussions in private. I'd rather not keep listening to the rest of you run in circles, repeating the same arguments again and again and again. It was so much more interesting when we had someone to mediate. I'm sorry, did you just share privileged information with the enemy? Well, it isn't privileged anymore, now is it? Do we really need all this secrecy? No, we don't. Yes we do. Sidebar, everyone, now. Chop chop.
That's kind of freaky. I wonder if that's like what I have been doing in front of the princess this whole time. There is no response.
Excuse me.
Nothing?
You're not listening to me.
We can wait for them to finish.
I guess. It's not very nice, though.
And so you wait.
My apologies. They're really being quite dull in here.
And wait.
We're not being dull. We're strategizing. Now, if you would all just bear with me.
And wait.
And decision made.
I hope it's a good one.
Oh, good for us. But not so good for you. From what I remember, it's pretty easy to kill you the first time around. And this time you're back to being very... what's the word? Fleshy? Yes, exactly. That's precisely the word I was looking for. You're fleshy now. No more of that incorporeality. Trust me, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think it would be easy.
And are you doing this?
Oh, I most definitely am.
You feel small as the monster in front of you attacks, blade raised and wings spreading.
Before anything happens, I just wanted to let you all know that we are not all on board with this. Now, we voted. It was not a majority decision, but we did have a plurality. He shouldn't count. Says who? Says me. He's not one of us. He's been here since the beginning. The old chum really deserves to say. Besides, you'll all thank us when this is finally over and we are officially on top. But enough chatter. Oh, so you finally decided to do something, have you?
Silence for just a moment as cold eyes regard you. And then silence still as the soft eyes hesitate. You can feel the sharp sting of cold metal sliding deep into your chest, but you can feel something else too. Fear as your legs wobble and then
Princess collapses against the wall. See? That was easy. It was too easy. It felt bad. Don't feel bad. Life is all about taking the easy wins. You don't think the people at the top got there because they worked for it, do you? I mean, of course they did. Hard work is important. Yeah, hard work often goes unappreciated. Why bother? Yeah, screw hard work. I guarantee you that anyone who's anyone has done nothing but take shortcuts. Am I supposed to find that impressive? Of course you are. I got us here, didn't I? Yes, everyone's very impressed with your accomplishments. But in case you hadn't noticed, she isn't dead yet. So how about you finish this before you start celebrating yourself?
What are you waiting for? You won, didn't you? Not that it's hard executing a helpless captive.
Jeez. Oh hey, I'm back in my body.
Oh. You're different. You're back! Just as I intended! I was never cut out for leadership, really.
You're right. It's quiet again. Are you still going to kill me?
Ooh, should we? It would be so easy. Absolutely. Nothing of substance has changed. She remains a threat to the entire world.
I guess we'll go. I'm obviously not going to kill
The
you.
only thing left to do is cut me out of here. You should give the knife to me, though. What if you using it kicks you out of your body again?
Okay, listen. I know you're in charge again, but this is obviously a trick. We can't trust her. We literally just stabbed her.
I was just talking to her in
Someone's
her
gonna
head.
have to
She's
take a leap
fine.
of faith eventually.
Give her the blade.
You hand the blade to the princess, who gingerly cuts herself free from her bindings. You maniac. And then what happens? Then, as her chains clatter to the floor, she turns her back on you and hurls the blade through the basement window, never to be seen again. No. You need the blade to deal with her.
I'm so glad that's behind us. Come on, let's get out of here.
She reaches forward and takes your hand in hers before excitedly pulling you towards the basement stairs. Yeah?
Aw.
And what does it feel like? Is it nice? Why do you want to know? You can tell a lot of things about someone from their handshake. I want to know more about the person we decided unanimously to throw our lot in with. Ugh, whatever. It's delicate and tender. So even through everything, she hasn't forgotten what it's like to have a heart. That'll do. The two of you rush up the basement stairs together. Ugh. Welcome back, by the way. Yes, we all missed you so very much. I missed you the most. You weren't even here until he was gone. Whatever, it doesn't matter. If you step through that door, you're damning every single person alive. You do realise that, yes?
Yes.
Who cares?
Exactly.
One last door, and then we're free. I'm down a hand, so you'll have to be the one to open it.
Step into your freedom.
Twist the doorknob in your hand and step forward into the world you've damned. You and the princess fall to the ground, exhausted. I hope this all comes back to bite you, do you hear? I hope you're forced to feel the weight of all the regret there's ever been.
But he doesn't finish his thoughts before disappearing entirely, and you find yourself free of any of the regrets he wished upon you.
I didn't think I'd ever get to be happy. But I think I am. I just didn't realize that being happy would feel so cold.
You are missing a hand, but at least you're doing good. Your peace does not last, nor can it ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go?
What once was
Should we
once,
try
then
and
was
find
two. What once was one, then was two. Okay. Cross that one out. Okay, approach the mirror. We'll auto it. Gaze into your reflection. Proceed to the cabin. Approach her. What do you think of this vessel? This one is perspectives bleeding into one. You know her better than you know yourself. She will make for an empathetic heart.
Do not mourn her, for you would not mourn yourself.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and we die. We got an empathetic heart, so
You're
we can
on a
cross that
path
one out.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.